The shotgunner just received a significant buff, improving its stats, values, and uses. In this video, I'll be showcasing all the stat changes, then giving my personal ranking of how good it is. So hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get started. It costs 400 cash to place, but its fire rate decreased from 2.508 to 2.108, improving its DPS from 4.78 to 5.69. At level 1, for a total of 600 cash, its fire rate decreased from 1.808 to 1.508, improving its DPS from 6.64 to 7.96. At level 2, for a total of 1,850 cash, its fire rate decreased from 1.808 to 1.508, improving its DPS from 13.27 to 15.92. At level 3, its total price increased from 5,350 to 5,500, and its fire rate was decreased from 1.508 to 1.308, improving its DPS from 26.53 to 30.58. Finally, at level 4, its total price decreased from 15,350 to 14,500 cash, and it now fires 7 bullets instead of 6, which each deal 10 damage instead of 12. Its fire rate also decreased from 1.008 to 0.908, improving its DPS from 71.42 to 77.09. While it might seem like the shotgunner didn't receive that big of a buff, only getting a 5.67 DPS increase at max level, what matters the most is the earlier levels. When using the shotgunner, you usually place a level 1 on the first wave, then set it to farthest targeting. Level 1 got roughly a 20% increase in DPS, meaning it can perform a lot better in the early game. By itself, on follow mode, a single shotgunner can now last until wave 5, only leaking because the quick enemies are too fast for it. Any tanky or slow enemies are easily taken care of. While other towers can last a lot longer than wave 5 for 600 cash, the shotgunner does amazing if you play with other people. Getting 2 level 1 shotgunners on wave 1, if you're playing duo for example, is by far one of the fastest ways to speedrun. If you set one to farthest and one to first, they can wipe out every wave up until wave 10 almost instantly. They absolutely shred all the enemies in front of them because of their piercing effect. That means this tower is one of, if not the best tower for any speedrun strategies, and can make grinding for coins significantly faster. The reason it's so good is because not only does it have good single target value, being 13.27, its bullets pierce and hit multiple enemies, which can give it crazy good DPS and value. In the earlier waves, it will usually hit around 2 enemies per shot. That gives it a DPS of 15.92 and an insane value of 26.53. That is ridiculously good, and the reason why the shotgunner is now such a great tower. Max level also got a pretty nice buff, with its DPS slightly increasing and its cost decreasing, improving its value from 4.65 to 5.32. If you use it in the late game against a large crowd of enemies, it can hit an average of 3 enemies per shot. That will give it a DPS of 231.27 and a value of 15.95. While that's not as insane as level 1, that's still really good and a great DPS. Only problem is that it has a really short range, so max level isn't really as good as it sounds. Still, it's a decent option against crowds if you don't want to bring anything else. It also gets hidden and lead detection at level 2, giving it good coverage. The only thing this tower really struggles against is any high health enemies. Its range and DPS just isn't enough to handle them. Still, because of its unmatched early game speedrunning, good crowd control at max level, and great coverage, I'm gonna have to give the shotgunner a high A tier. It's a really strong tower, and if you know how to use it, you'll get great results. But let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to join the Blue Head Mafia. Also, consider joining my Discord. There's a link pinned in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one.